Hey curl friends, welcome back to the Frizzandfrillzz channel. My name is Chloe. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of my tutorials, tips, tricks on the curls and beauty. Let's get started today. Today we're going to be reviewing, as you can tell from the title of this video, we're going to be reviewing the whole Pattern Beauty line. Now, we're not going to do every single product because there are a ton of products that they've actually added on over the past, I think they've launched now about a year and a half, 2 years ago, maybe longer. I feel like it's been a while. They launched specifically at the start with only shampoo, conditioners, deep conditioners on that end. They had 0 stylers to start. Well, over the past, I think like 6 months or so, they started rolling out a lot more stylers. And I know I'm a little late to the game on this review, but I've had a lot of people ask for it, and I haven't done a full wash and go, the whole style, the whole wash and everything with the Pattern Beauty line. So I wanted to do a full lineup for you guys and really test out each individual product for what I think would be best for my specific curls and see how it goes. Now, if you're not familiar with Pattern Beauty, it's a line created by Tracee Ellis Ross, okay? Popping her up here. She is a fantastic actress. She created this line, I feel like, overall to speak to the type 3 and type 4 curls that aren't necessarily always thought about as much. I feel like type 2, type 3, yes, but the curls that really need that extra moisture, the ones that need that extra control, they're not thought about as much, okay? And I feel like she's really honing in on that with this line. She does say on the website that it is made for type 3, type 4. So if you are a wavy, this might not be quite the line for you. I have a feeling it might be a little bit heavy for you. Trust me, when we get into the conditioners, you'll see why. The conditioners are thick. Okay, they are super, super thick. They do have a lightweight, a medium, and a heavy duty conditioner. I'll pop those up here, but even the lightweight is still extremely thick. So it really is meant for that type 3, type 4 curl that also needs that really intense hydration. Now, if it's your first time watching me, you're probably looking at my hair like, why am I listening to her? Why am I gonna listen to her review? This is definitely like 7 days worth of not washing and working out. I just worked out this morning and I haven't showered yet. I'm gonna go do that here in a few minutes so you guys can see really what happens when I wash my hair when it's wet and see that kind of full styling routine, at least on a high level for you guys. So today I'm gonna be using the shampoo. Okay, so we're gonna be using this shampoo. This is just the main shampoo that they have, meant for curlies, coilies, and tight textures. I'll pop that right up here so you guys can see that. Everything here is, for the most part, curly girl friendly. There's a couple caveats that you probably want to know before you purchase the line, okay? So let me just kind of like give you the down low on what this line is formulated like. Now, one of the big things that you're gonna see on the back of every single bottle, as you can see right here, and I'm gonna read that just in case you can't read that on camera. Everything here is paraben free, free of SLS, SLES, color safe, free of cyclic, I'm hoping I'm saying that, cyclic or cyclic silicones, phthalate free, and formaldehyde free. Now, let's pop back. I'm gonna put this up here. Cyclic silicones, okay? What does that mean, right? Like, what does that mean? Cyclic silicones, is that something I should be worried about? If you've been around my page a few times, you know that I like silicones. I don't want them in every single product, but I like having them in there, especially with my bleached hair. It's very high porosity. Silicones really help to tame that and to bring it down and smooth it down. It helps a ton. Now, everybody doesn't need silicone. You do you, I'ma do me. I'm just gonna tell you what I do, okay? Cyclic silicones, they are there to help with slip during product application. One of the cool things about those types of silicones is that they actually evaporate into the air after they've become room temperature. So after they've done their job in helping to smooth things down and keep really nice slip, they pretty much evaporate. Therefore, the whole like buildup scenario with cyclic silicones isn't really much of a thing. So I'm just a little confused why they even said free of cyclic silicones. Like, in my opinion, that's definitely by no means like a bad silicone. I don't know, it just seems like a little misleading to me. I'm not sure the reasoning behind that one. Maybe because they're thinking that people will just go past it and think that there's no silicones, but there are. Not in every single product though. A lot of the products are in fact silicone free. So if you are trying to follow like a more stricter curly girl method type styling system, perfectly fine, but know that if you're gonna try this line, there are a few products that do have some silicones in them. One of them being the medium conditioner, okay? That one has amodimethicone. You're gonna see amodimethicone in a ton of different products, okay? Now let's talk about what amodimethicone is. So amodimethicone is made specifically to help smooth things down, add extra shine. It's made to add this extra barrier and a film over the hair. Now that may sound a little scary, especially since silicones are very like villainized in the curly community. It's not a bad thing, okay? You can wash them out with a clarifying shampoo, no problem. Now, here's the deal. If you are a bleached blonde like I am, who has high porosity and has damaged their hair, you're gonna also bring in some other issues that you may not be used to. You might have some damaged curl pattern. You will have dryness. You're gonna have some extra breakage. If you can see, this is more my natural tone. This is not. Okay? Now what I was saying about amodimethicone with that film that it causes, because a hair follicle has been damaged, the follicle itself is more open and susceptible to what's coming in, right? Quick thing, I did find this information because I'm constantly doing research on what I'm gonna be talking about to you guys. I did find this from an article from Lab Muffin, really informative. I'm going to link the article down below in the description because if you want to know a little bit more in depth and kind of like the science behind it, I want you to be able to see that if you want to go into that next level of intensity. So we have the proteins in your hair follicle, those are positively charged. You have amodimethicone, those particles are negatively charged. Opposites attract, right? So they're going to attract and they're gonna go to that damaged area and they're gonna create this film, a light film, nothing to be scared of, a film that's going to help smooth things, make things more shiny, make things just overall better. Now you might be worried a little bit about buildup, but the cool thing with amodimethicone is that because they're all positively charged, positive and positive doesn't like to connect. If you use it over and over again, it's not going to just keep building up, building up, building up, because that's not what amodimethicone is meant to do. That's not how it's formulated. So really, you're just gonna have a very nice light film, even if you were to use that product over and over and over again. I always do recommend though, if you're feeling like you have a lot of buildup and you're feeling way down, then do a gentle clarifier and trust me, you'll be just fine. If, however, you do not wanna use silicones, majority of the products in this line at Pattern Beauty do not contain silicones. So for the most part, you're gonna be good to go. I'm gonna be using the hydration shampoo, as I said, and I'm gonna be using the heavy conditioner. I thought I had the medium conditioner, and that's the one I actually wanted to use to show you guys, but I must have used it all and not realized it, so oopsie daisy. We're gonna use the heavy one for my curl pattern, which is like a 3A, 3B. They recommend the light to medium, but I also have extremely thick curls and they are dry and they're thirsty, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem to use this one. Now I'm gonna go jump in the shower, wash and condition my hair, and I will be right back so we can discuss stylers. Okay, we are back. Hair is fully washed. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. The shampoo, I'm gonna pop up a little clip here from when I was shampooing. It is a very hydrating shampoo. Love the shampoo for like an everyday type shampoo. I don't recommend washing every day, but if you do shampoo regularly, then this is one that I would absolutely recommend. It's very moisturizing. It even has some good slip to it, which shampoos normally don't, so love that about it. The conditioner, on the other hand though, And I think this is why I didn't use this one. The medium one I remember really liking, and that's why I used the whole thing. The heavy one, I'm gonna also put the clip up here of that for you. The heavy one is so thick, it almost didn't have any slip to it, so I felt like I really had to pull on my hair in order to get it to detangle, and I didn't love that. It almost acted more as a deep conditioner, which a lot of their conditioners are like that because they're so thick, which I like because normally a lot of conditioners aren't thick enough for my really thirsty hair. But it also was meant more so for coilies, and my texture is not coily, so maybe that's why. Now that you have an idea about those, let's go into the stylers. Today what I'm gonna be using is the leave-in conditioner. All right, so we've got the leave-in, we got a little mini of that guy. Then we're gonna be going in with the styling cream. I grabbed a mini of the styling cream just to see if I'm gonna like it. She's nice and thick, really good. I like the scent, it's really light. Everything from the line has a similar scent, and it's all very lightly fragranced, which I personally really enjoy. We're gonna be going in with a little bit of leave-in, a little bit of curl cream. I'm gonna make sure that these curls are really nice and hydrated. And then I think I'm gonna do a split head test of the gels because there are two different versions. The first version is the curl gel, okay? The curl gel here, the main thing that I'm taking away from this one is that it has glycerin directly after water on the ingredient list. Aloe is the 6th ingredient. Both of those are humectants. The problem with that is those don't always interact really well with high dew points, AKA they don't do really well a lot of times in intense humidity. Then I also have the Stronghold gel. This one I have the full size in. All right, so this is what the Stronghold gel looks like. So this is very thick, as you can see, like it's got a very thick texture to it. Yeah. What I would probably normally do is probably start with a little bit of this and then use this to give a little bit stronger hold to my ends to keep them from frizzing out. But for today's sake, I really want to do a direct comparison of the hold and how things dry with either or. So we're going to do a split head test on those specifically. The other thing too with the Stronghold gel, glycerin is the 5th ingredient, which is still pretty high for high humidity. And then there is some aloe, but it's like middle of the road on the ingredient list. So with that said, I don't think it's gonna have as much of an issue with humidity. You know, only time will tell. Before I start brushing, I am going to put in a little bit of this leave-in conditioner. We're gonna add in a little bit of this leave-in conditioner. As you can tell, it is very nice and thick. It's not as creamy as a lot of leave-ins normally are, which is interesting. So we're gonna put that in. I'm taking that amount and putting it through the right side of my hair, and then I'm gonna grab some more and do the same thing to my left side. Remember to always add more towards your ends and less towards your roots because we don't want to weigh down that top area by our roots. All right, now that we have our leave-in in, we're going to go in with the styling cream. They call it a rich moisture and definition styling cream. It is very thick, as you can see, very, very thick. So I'm gonna use, I think, a total of this much. Feels very hydrating, and it's got a lot of slip in it. So I'm just finger combing these throughout my hair. And then I'm gonna take my favorite detangling brush, which is from Tangle Teaser. All of my tools and everything that I show today will also be linked in the description below for you guys. We are fully brushed through. I'm gonna add in a little bit of extra water, split my head so that we're nice and even, and then we're gonna go in with our gels, the normal gel on my left and the strong gel on my right. Okay, so starting on the left with the curl gel for shine, define, and hold. This is recommended for curlies, coilies, and tight textures, so it's pretty inclusive. It is meant to be a medium hold for defined, bouncy, and juicy curls, including aloe vera, coconut oil, and cacao oil. I actually haven't ever seen that ingredient before. C-A-C-A-Y. Oil. Let's get into our gel. This right here, it feels like a really nice consistency. It's got some slip to it, and it's a medium thickness. It's not overly thick. I definitely like the consistency of this. Has more of a consistency that goes with a stronger hold gel normally, which is kind of interesting. Now let's go over to the right side and we're gonna add the strong hold gel. Y'all, do you see? Like, it's not moving. It is super, super thick. Now this says slick and snatched. I'm hoping this still does what I want it to do. She wasn't kidding, slick and snatch. Hey-oh. Now that we have applied our product, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and style as I normally would. If you're not familiar with my normal styling technique and routine, I am going to link it up here and I will link the video in the description below in case you are new and you haven't seen that before. Now, what I'm gonna be doing today is I'm going to be finger coiling, but then I'm also going to take a few areas and bring in the Denman brush. Now, what you can see here is I've taken out 3 lines in a 7-row Denman brush so that I can get a little bit of thicker clumps when I'm going through with this. If you have not seen where I did a split head test between my normal finger coiling technique and me trying the Denman brush, then I'm also going to link that video here because it is a really cool video for you to kind of get an idea of what those 2 techniques look like. They're probably the 2 most common styling techniques in the curly community. So again, those are gonna be linked up there and down below in the description. I'm gonna go ahead and go through and style and I will be right back. I am really hoping that I didn't mess up with using the strong hold gel. It says specifically that it's made more for like slicked styles. I'm really hoping that this is gonna be okay because I know I've seen curlies use this when styling their hair like normal. We're just gonna see what happens. So again, I will be back. Another update for you guys. I've gone through and I've styled my bottom half of my head, 1 on each side. While this had some really nice slip, this felt just like overall juicier and it just felt better while I was styling it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my head and then I'll touch base again. Okay, we are fully styled on both sides. This is the strong hold gel side. This is the normal medium hold gel side. Right now, the main thing I'm feeling is that this side feels more moisturized, and I think it's because it was almost like a cream gel type texture. Like if you look at this again, I mean, it's pretty white, right? Like it looks like a cream gel rather than a gel to me, whereas this side is a little bit more of like, I feel like a true, really strong gel. If you would like to know how I diffuse, again, that is in my overall wash and go tutorial, which is again linked in that description for you guys. So I'm gonna do that and then I will be right back. Okay guys, and we are back and fully dried. I am very surprised with the results that I'm seeing now compared to while I was styling. I'm sure many of you can probably already tell which one is my favorite. Again, we have strong hold gel and we have medium hold gel. The one that had more glycerin, can you tell which one it was? The medium hold gel. I normally don't do with anything that's a light medium hold. I am a strong hold girl, but I have to say I was surprised with how thick this was. I still have a lot of movement and it did not do any crunch whatsoever. This, on the other hand, I will not be purchasing the full size. I will not. This right here, as you can see, like it's stretched out. It actually feels kind of dry. And like the curls over here, these look like some stretched out day 4, day 5 curls. And y'all, it's day 1. This is not how my curls should look or feel. And it's interesting because we use the same leave-in, we use the same curl cream, but we used 2 completely different gels and got very different results. So I'm glad we did the split head test so you guys could get a feel for really what this might look like for your own curls. I'm not gonna be using this gel again. No. This just really is bringing out, honestly, I feel like the damage. This, on the other hand, this side, I feel like it's actually turned out really nice. Even though it said like for slick styles, this looks really, really nice. Now, one of the things I want to do a quick comparison of was how much moisturizing ingredients were in each of the gels, because I feel like this side is so much more moisturized. And it's pretty clear in the ingredients. First oil is argania spinosa kernel oil. Then we have another seed oil, a linseed oil, a castor oil, a salvia oil, babasu oil, rice oil. There are a ton of oils in this right here. So it makes sense why I'm feeling so much more moisturized, and I did get more definition. My curls just are happier over here. Over here, they were not moisturized nearly enough apparently, even though my hair felt really nice and saturated when I was applying my product. I had excess product coming out while I was combing my hair and styling it, which tells me I should have had enough hydration. So this product line with this gel just did not work for my hair type. And that's okay. This is why we test things, so that we can learn, and hopefully I can learn for you guys so you don't have to spend the extra money that you don't need to. So here is gonna be my final take. I think the line is fantastic. If I were to recommend to you what I would ideally use if I used a full Pattern Beauty lineup, I would use the hydrating shampoo, phenomenal. I would use the medium conditioner, fantastic. I would use, for sure, these two. I think they both did a great job as far as the leave-in and the curl cream, or the styling cream. I think they both did fantastic. I might would use a little bit more maybe next time, just to see if I could get even more hydration out of it. And then I would use the Stronghold gel. One of the things that I am gonna say is that I don't know how this is gonna hold up in high humidity, because we did not get a cast. We did not get a really, even though it says Stronghold, it's Stronghold with a soft cast. So a lot of times when I try Stronghold with a soft cast, it does not give me a lot of humidity resistance. So what I will probably do is I will probably go in with a silicone-based oil and put that over top of my hair. Some of my favorite ones, Kerastase, they just launched one that's phenomenal. Verb is one of my go-tos. Their Ghost Oil, fantastic. Both of those have silicones that do a really good job of hydrating, but also creating a barrier so that your hair does not take in all that humidity, and then the follicle will expand and then cause additional frizz. So that would be my recommendation if you are in a high humidity area and you want to try this. I would then go in with something along those lines. I'm probably gonna have to restyle this side, unfortunately, but for right now we're gonna make it work because I gotta go to a nail appointment. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, all of the products that I discussed today and anything that I'm wearing too, I will do my best to link everything below in the description, along with those videos that I talked about as well for my whole styling routines, things like that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you next week. Bye guys.